Hey everyone, how's it going? I am iamxeracon and I am back once again. You'll know by now that I really do not like talking about politics and stuff on this channel. It's something that I actively try to avoid. However, something has happened, or yesterday I should say, that really made this unavoidable. So what I'm talking about is a friend of mine actually texted me. He told me about this, and this inspired me to do a little bit more research. And so I found this article by PC Gamer talking about how Dell is canceling some of their Alienware gaming PCs to certain states, and that includes California, Colorado, Hawaii, Oregon, Vermont, and Washington states. Because of new regulations talking about a ban on consumer products that go against their power consumption regulations, and this is something that someone Marie Oakes found and shared on Twitter. And I'll leave a link to the article in the description below. But basically, because Dell is selling computers which have higher power draws and whatnot. Like the article talked about how they are using 11th gen Intel CPUs and Ryzen 5000 CPUs. Those are going against these new regulations, which I think is quite ridiculous. Now, this is not going to affect people who are buying who are building their own PCs. So far, this is only affecting people who are buying pre-builds. And even though you could say, well, this doesn't impact me, here's the thing: it doesn't impact you yet. You could say, I don't live in any of these states, and while you can poke fun at California and stuff, what happens there is possibly going to affect you down the road. What these states are doing now is going to impact you later on. And even if you aren't buying a pre-build, say you're just buying your parts separately, you're building your PC yourself, that's still going to have an impact on you. Later on, they can still say, yeah, these components are too much of a problem and we are going to ban them outright. So if you are buying a product that goes against our power consumption regulations, then you can't buy it. So that's the problem I have. You could because it's easy to say, yeah, well, I don't live there, so it's a problem. Like, I don't live in any of these states, and I still see this as a thing that's very possible, that can very possibly affect me. And the reason that this is all happening is because of California, something that they did, they passed this back in 2016. About the energy efficiency standards for PCs and stuff and other items as well. And the thing is that they're targeting PCs and stuff and consumer products, but they aren't targeting companies or anyone else. Like, they're only targeting the consumer end. So that's a problem there. Like why do you have to target a consumer level? Like, if I'm pretty certain that these bigger companies are definitely having an impact, but you're not talking about them. You're not going after them. You're only going after the consumers. And additionally, it's not even just the PCs. They're going after high refresh rate monitors as well. So if someone wants to, get a 240 megahertz monitor, they probably can't because of the fact that it violates regulations. And here's even a real kicker. A lot of companies that manufacture the components that go inside these PCs have stations on the West Coast because it's easier to get parts from, say, like China and all the other countries around that area. So you've got EVGA, you've got Intel, you've got, I think, Dell as well. So all these companies are right there, and yet, you technically can't buy their own stuff. I mean, again, this is for the pre-builds, but I still think that it's ironic. And this also just serves as another hurdle for people who just want to buy a PC without building one because they either don't care to or they feel that they aren't skilled enough to do it themselves. If someone wanted to go and just say, hey, I want to get a PC, I want to get the best PC I can possibly get, they can't do that because they violate regulations. If someone wanted to say, heck, what if even if it's not safe for gaming, if someone wanted to say, hey, I want to buy a good workstation PC because I do editing, I do different rendering, I want to do it, I need a pretty hefty GPU inside a PC. So I want to get that. They can't do that because it draws too much power. And maybe these things do draw more power than they should, but who are you to tell a consumer that they can't spend their hard-earned money? Okay, because these high-end PCs aren't cheap, especially right now in the current market right now. They're not cheap. So who are you to tell the consumer that they can't spend their hard-earned money to buy a PC? It's not like they're trying to go and buy 10 kilograms of plutonium off the black market. They're just buying a simple PC. But that's going to do it for today. I just wanted to get this off my mind and just put this out there because, sure, it's just a small thing, you could say. It's not really a big deal. But all it takes is just one politician, and then it's going to be it for your state. So until next time, everyone, I am iamxeracon signing off. And as my friend John McClane says,
California.